on his computer.
But it's amazing how a plea from a stranger can motivate people to do great things for a generation of our soldiers. Hayden Jones went to Martin to visit Barry.
Coffee? Some light historical reading.
No, I'm interested.
Barry Rankin's comfortable, retired lifestyle changed forever with a phone call.
Oh, hello.
From a stranger.
I don't think I know you.
Barry took notes.
Do you have a service number for him or not?
And although a retired pilot rather than a private investigator, he took a chance.
I'd never done any of this sort of work before, but I thought it was a bit of a challenge.
The phone call was from Carol McGregor in Auckland.
I don't know even why she picked on me.
She was searching
That's
for
my
a
auntie.
skeleton.
You don't know that he died on Lake Alice.
Barry was her best bet, albeit an outside one.
I didn't think I could do it, but then when I sat down and thought about it, I thought, yes, I can. But where do I start? Come through.
Barry Rankin, then Secretary of Martin's RSA, got busy in his home office.
This is where I did most of my work.
The first problem, the computer.
I never used one, but prior to doing that, to get it going, I had to teach myself fairly quickly.
Barry was searching for Corporal Leonard Hardcastle.
He was taken from a mental hospital in Auckland without any of the family being advised.
After Gallipoli, early in 1916,
He was a World War I soldier who made it home damaged, eventually committed to Lake Alice Psychiatric Institution, which is a short drive from Barry's place in Martin.
First of all, I've got to find when he actually died.
So Barry let his fingers do the walking.
I started off by looking at births, deaths and marriages.
Then his feet getting the cemetery plans from council. He discovered Leonard Hardcastle died at Lake Alice Hospital in 1960.
His family didn't know where he'd be.
Relatives suspect he may have been buried here at the Mount View Cemetery in Martin, which presented a new problem.
The interesting thing about the Mount View Cemetery is, how should I put this? Not all the dead people here have headstones.
Barry searched the cemetery, especially the lawn.
It was just grass like this.
Then got an underground radar.
Earth had been disturbed.
The metal probe was the final stage.
Proof that there was the coffin was down there.
In the grass, Barry found the remains of Corporal Leonard Hardcastle, winner of 2 war medals.
I was very chuffed.
He immediately got back on the phone to Carol in Auckland.
She was over the moon.
Which brings me, just 10 minutes from my home in New Plymouth, to Inglewood.
We used to do the rumble seat.
Brian Hardcastle's favourite car is the one he used to ride with his dad.
Dad and his mate in the front.
Brian's father is Leonard Hardcastle.
Oh, there we go.
This is the only photo remaining of them together. Leonard Hardcastle enlisted when he was 19, served in Samoa.
The injury he got was venereal disease.
In France, which was a vastly different experience.
Mom landed fairly narrow. And it took him 3 days to get him out.
He returned to New Zealand, along with many others, with what they call shell shock. Often shunned by society, they were considered a nuisance.
He became addicted to alcohol, you know. And that's why he ended up with a mental problem.
Without the family's knowledge, he was transferred from a psychiatric institution in Auckland to Lake Alice. He died there, and Lake Alice officials put him in the ground. No funeral, no headstone, no goodbye.
No, I didn't get to have much time with him either. But I start to I'll get emotional. Sorry about that. And
Brian has been down to see his father, marvel at his new headstone, and thank Barry for finding him.
fantastic emotions, you know, for a guy to do that.
At this stage, Barry should have gone back to retirement, but
Wouldn't it be great if we could name them all?
at his office, with little information, he asked for help.
I wrote to a number of the ministers at the time, and got from most of them was all good luck.
Apart from Veterans Affairs Minister Ron Mark, who offered his ministry's help, while other departments quoted the Privacy Act at him.
They helped with giving me information that was not really available.
Over the next 5 years, Barry Rankin found the final resting place of another 33 New Zealand soldiers, all committed to Lake Alice Psychiatric Hospital with PTSD. All died there and were buried in Martin's cemetery in unmarked graves.
So happy to have been able to locate them where they and have them recognised again.
With planes, gunshots, and bagpipes, eventually they honoured the forgotten men Barry found.
Ladies and gentlemen, this day is very special.
And Barry also received a plaque.
In recognition of the work undertaken to honour the forgotten veterans.
Barry Rankin says there's a couple more soldiers he'd still like to find. But for now he's content with a job well done.
I just wanted to do it.